Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for mid-August 2023. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini. You have this card that says the Illusionist on it, and you have this card that says the Ancestors on it. I'll show you both of these in just a minute, but let's see here. You have the Judgment card, the Death card, and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're waking up to some sort of truth here, Gemini. I'm pretty sure your last reading had something about like seeing a truth or a truth coming out, and I don't think this has to be like some sort of dramatic 90-day fiance type of truth that we're talking about here. You could just be waking up to your inner truth, like what you want to be when you grow up, or what you think your purpose is, or whatever you want to call it, right? It could be that type of truth that we're talking about here. And you have some good cards. You have the Celebration card here, and so it looks to me like whatever this is going to be happy. I think it's going to be something that makes you happy. You do have the Moon, but it really, honestly, it's like, I know the Moon is Pisces. I'm a Pisces. I'm also a Gemini Moon. But the funny thing is I want to say it wouldn't be a Gemini reading without the Moon. I think the Moon is the I think it's the hard time that Gemini has committing to one idea. And sorry, I can't show you this card, so I'm going to cover it up, and so that I don't, get in trouble with the YouTube police. We should call them the U-boob police, right? Because that's what they are. They're a bunch of boobs, but and children. But let's see. Enough of that, right? Again, I feel that you could be waking up to your truth with that Judgment card. You have this card that says the Ancestors on it, and this card that says the Illusionist on it right here. So I feel like your guides are kind of making something, or your ancestors or your future self, they're making something clear to you. I also feel with these cards that you're much more tapped in, They're like these antlers right here on this cat thing, whatever it is. And I feel like you're much more tapped into listening to the universe at this time, Gemini, so I like to see that. You have the Judgment card, the Death card, and the Five of Pentacles. I do feel that you are waking up to like your purpose. The Judgment card can be a card of your purpose, waking up to a purpose, or an inner calling. And I really feel that's more what this reading is talking about. It's talking about like an inner calling, or your inner voice is guiding you at this time. It could be after the loss of something that you thought was going to be permanent in your life. You see here that the King is dead underneath the Death Rider right here. And this basically represents that even, things that we think are going to last forever, everything dies, right? Eventually, everything falls into disorder. And, again, I feel like for some of you that you could have experienced the loss of something. This could be an idea, could be a person. You could have gone through a breakup or a separation, but you could have seen this situation as a king. You could have seen it as something that was like a guiding light in your life, or something that could guide you. But what I love about the Death card is that the Sun is coming up between the two pillars here. Those two pillars are also on the Moon card. So again, speaking of the Moon, it's kind of like clarity is coming in. And I don't know if I ever finished what I was saying on the Moon card, but it's almost like, you have a hard time seeing, not being confused about an idea right now, or, you could have this idea for your future, and it's like you want to commit to it on one hand, and then on the other hand, you're not sure if you can do it. Five of Pentacles is kind of how I see this. So if you have any ideas that you want to commit to, like in business or work, or even your personal life or your love life, doesn't matter what it is. I feel like this is saying, no, you could actually be way more successful than you realize, but you just have to put the work in. You just have to make it happen. And Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses, very specifically. So, focus on your strengths here, Gemini. But let's see what is going on for you. With the Judgment card, you have the Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard, juggling. I also think that if you're not making a decision to do something, the universe is going to make a decision for you. So I would make sure to kind of pick a path. Sometimes I feel if we go back and forth, and if we, kind of try to choose between multiple paths, I feel sometimes the universe is like, nope, you're not making the decision, so I'm going to make it for you, and we're going to remove something from your life. So again, if that happened to you, if there was like a shocking moment, or, something suddenly got removed from your life in the past. Could have been years ago. I feel like it's leading you in a new direction. And look at this. With the Death card, you have the Empress. You have the Emperor and the Empress right next to each other. Could be a divine counterpart coming in for you, but I don't really see this as a love reading. It could be. Love is always available to us, as I always say, but I kind of feel this is you balancing out the two energies inside of yourself, the masculine and the feminine, and this is making you more successful. I feel like not only are you tapping into your, creative side with the Empress, but I also feel like you're taking action on your creative ideas. It's almost like you're, more listening to this inner calling. If you're being called to do something, I feel you're listening to that calling. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like some of you have to get out of a situation here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Seven of Pentacles is change in direction. And you have the Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles to the Justice card. Some of you might be in a little bit of a pickle here. This could be a relationship or, whatever you're in. And I feel that for some of you, this is definitely not going to be for all of you, maybe like 10% of you. You could be in a situation. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is saying, like, if you're feeling left out in the cold or if you're in a challenging relationship situation, I feel like changing direction and separating away is what's going to lead to justice in your life. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I do feel it's the right move. So, don't be afraid to, kind of like move in a new direction. You have this gossip card, and this is showing up in what you need to hear right now. It says people are talking about you the whole entire year since the Mars retrograde last year, really into this year, right? I've been saying to you, ignore gossip. The Mars retrograde was in your sign. For the rest of this year, I would completely ignore anything that's going on behind your back because that's what Mars retrograde does. I don't care that it's not still in Gemini. It doesn't matter. You dealt with that energy. The energy stuck around. It just is what it is. It says minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. If someone's talking about you or whatever, I would just ignore it. You have a celebration card. It says there will be celebration in relation to your work. As you see more success, don't use this as an excuse to stop having fun. Yes, make sure you have Two of Pentacles twice here. Two of Pentacles is that didn't work. Why is that not working? There we go. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard, so I feel you definitely need to celebrate. You have the Hangman, the Emperor, and the Five of Swords. The Hangman is a delay. It could be like being on pause. It's a card of, gaining enlightenment. His head is glowing here. So for some of you, you could be, again, I do feel like some of you are gaining enlightenment or you're waking up to an opportunity in life or a new direction. This could be two people. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces and an Aries. Some of you could have had a choice between the two going this direction, like Pisces twice, Aries right here. It could have been any sign. This is a general reading, but it's like you could have been dealing with a person who wasn't willing to move forward and one who is an action taker or something like that. I'm getting, I don't know. I feel like it would be better to pick nobody if you were in that situation, in a lot of ways. Or someone could have had you in this situation. They could have picked someone who, it's like they could have had a choice between someone who actually makes things happen and someone who is like toxic or is just stuck on the tree here. And it's almost like they chose someone who is stuck. So I feel like it's time for you to move in a new direction. It's like, yeah, the moon is about stepping into darkness, right? Which I think is the gist of this reading, is the moon card. We're going to get there, but you have to walk into darkness. The moon is really about kind of being courageous, being brave, facing fear, and things like that, and stepping into the unknown. It's almost like you are willing to do this and someone else isn't, is what I get here. I don't know. That's what's popping into my head. Some of you, it's like you're going on a journey that someone just can't go on. They just can't go on this journey with you. So some of you, if you're like letting go of a past person or something, I definitely feel that in this direction. But it's like some people, I don't know, some people just can't face their fears. You have the Five of Swords, definitely led to a separation, or you've been experiencing a separation because of this. The other thing I would say is this doesn't have to be love, like I said. This could just be you being brave to go on the journey of the moon. And, I feel like you will be very happy that you go on this journey. We're going to talk about it in just a minute. With the Hangman, you have the Justice card. Yes, we see this right here. You could be getting karma or seeing karma in this situation. The universe could be rewarding you as well. Like, again, if you went through a difficult situation with a person, you could be getting karma, like karmic rewards or something like that. With the Emperor, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of recovery and healing. I would make sure that you're healing at this time. I would take, Mercury retrograde is a great time to heal. So if there's anything that you need to heal or that you want to heal, now would be a good time to do it. With the Five of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. So you, look at this, and literally going this direction, this last row is going to be the good stuff, but we were talking about changing direction with the Seven of Pentacles, and you have the Seven of Pentacles right here. So I literally feel it saying that changing direction or moving away from something that just hasn't been working or is toxic or whatever it is going to be something that leads to a lot of success in your life. So, definitely something that you should do. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says, call upon your angels. You have this other card that says, take the time. And so I feel like you have to take your time on this new direction that you're moving in here. But I kind of feel like you're manifesting some good things in your life. But I also feel you need to trust the guidance that you're receiving with that call upon angels card. You have the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. Probably your most important card here. And I feel like you have to go down this path to these mountains in the background. The mountains represent achievements in the tarot. So I feel there are some big achievements, or you are achieving a lot more than you normally do. But I kind of feel like you have to go down this path. I do feel it's almost like the best way I can describe the feeling I get here is that you're on this path that no one else can, it's like nobody can come with you. You know what I mean? It's like it could be the fear is that you have to do something on your own, or you have to do something. And that doesn't mean there won't be people who don't show up and help you and things like that, right? But, it's almost like you're kind of like walking this path. I think maybe you thought if you have a past person that this person would come with you on a journey, and it just didn't work out like that. So, I feel like you have to go and you can't stay behind. I almost feel like this is the person right here. They're just being a lobster, right? It's like they're just wearing their emotional armor. They're trying to protect themselves from fear. I even feel if you have a past person, either they were very fearful or maybe they came off as brave. I find that, a lot of people who have a lot of fears in life, they have a big bark, right? It's like maybe they come off as being brave and all this other stuff, but they're really not. They just bark, but they have no bite. And, I kind of feel some of you could have been dealing with a person like that in the past, where it's like they're afraid of, really, they're afraid. That's why they act the way they do. And so, but it's like you're going on this journey to have these achievements, which literally you have these Six of Wands, which is some sort of achievement or success in your life. And I feel like you need to go have this. It's like, yeah, it would have been great to do this with a person, but again, it didn't work out that way. And I feel like, by the way, on the other side of this, whatever you're going through right now or whatever you're working towards is a bunch of people who've already been through it. So it's like you're going to find people on the other side of this that are just as successful as you are, or who have faced their fears, which is what you want, or, something like that. So I would keep going. And you have the Two of Pentacles here. Again, I would say work hard, play hard. A very driven energy with the Emperor going in this direction. I would just make sure you're not like burning yourself out. Make sure that you're, getting plenty of rest, drinking plenty of water. Mercury retrograde, right? Follow the typical retrograde rules. With the Moon, you have the Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning, out with the old, in with the new. All that other good stuff. The whole entire reading is talking about that. Death card is out with the old, in with the new. Ace of Wands, normally there's a castle that's crumbling in the background of the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is also just a very passionate new beginning. So, I feel like there's a lot of excitement for you coming in for you. You just don't see it yet. With the Six of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. I actually kind of like this. I normally don't like the Knight of Swords, but I do like him in your reading for whatever reason. It's like you're investing in the right things with the Justice card, especially twice. Justice is cause and effect. The Seven of Pentacles, going this way, is a card of analysis. He is looking at those pentacles, he's analyzing it, and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? It's like, is it worth it for me to grow these seven pentacles, or should I go grow something else? And I feel that you are taking decisive action to invest your energy into things that give energy back to you. So I feel very good about this. I feel like you're very clear on exactly the things that give to you and the things that don't, right? I feel like you're very clear on this for whatever reason. And with the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. Could be new love coming in for you. Definitely could be an Aries. You have two Aries cards here. Could be any sign. Take it how it resonates. I think you always get Aries with me, or it might be Libra that does, but it doesn't matter. It's like, I feel it could be an Aries. It could just be a fire sign coming in for you, or a person with a bunch of fire in their chart, whatever. The other thing is, a lot of people have been getting the King of Wands. He's like the visionary in the tarot. So, if you have any unique ideas, any visionary ideas, those ideas could be the thing that make you very successful. So, don't be afraid to embrace unique, new, different, all that other good stuff. Next, you have this card that says time. It says discipline on it. You have this other card that I can't show you that says outer core fluidity on it. So, sorry, but I'm going to have to cover her up because Again, YouTube is run by a bunch of 12-year-olds, but this card says determination on it. What did it say? Discipline. I was hearing determination as well, and sorry. Hopefully that doesn't get caught, right? I might have to blur that out, what just happened. But anyway, I feel like this is saying you need to be disciplined and you need to take action to work towards the things that you want to create in your life here. But again, I feel discipline is going to be important, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. This is like really being disciplined, really putting in the work to grow something of value so that you can have a good harvest. And, I feel that's going to be very important for you. I'm also getting the word quality here. I'm kind of surprised the Three of Pentacles didn't show up in your reading, because I get that type of energy. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work, and there is something here about really focusing on quality or making sure that you're doing things to the highest degree possible, the best quality, let's put it that way. You have the Page of Wands here. Definitely could be something new. I think you need more adventure in your life like everybody else, but you're actually the only person this month so far, or the second half of the month, that has had anything about really kind of embracing a mystery or going on a mysterious adventure. The Page of Wands, the reason he represents like a mysterious adventure is because he just is enthusiastic about a new direction. He has no freaking clue how he's going to get there, how he's going to do what he's going to do, or how things are going to go. He just does it. He just is like, I'm excited about this new direction. I'm going to see what happens. And so I feel it is a time for you to F around and find out, right? I feel it would be a good time for you to do that. Most people say F around and find out, which is a bad thing. This is like a good thing. I think it would be a good time for you to experiment, explore, try new things. Again, I think as long as you're following this rule right here, I tell people all the time, justice is the answer to the rest of your life. If you're paying attention to cause and effect and putting energy into things and what you get out of them, then you can't go wrong. We get in trouble with justice when we overgive to situations or, when we undergive even to situations as well. But I think as long as you're giving in balance and you're following success, right? If you put your energy into a business idea and it works, keep going. If you put energy into a business idea, it doesn't work, try something else, try something different. If we follow those rules, we will be very successful. If we don't, then we won't. And most people always say to me, well, Chris, that's obvious. And I'm like, yeah, you might think that, but it's like there are people everywhere, all over the world, banging their head against the wall, doing the same thing today that they did yesterday. So, I feel for a lot of you, it's time to mix things up, right? With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Fool here. I thought you had the Fool twice, but I guess not. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. It's interesting that he has that stick in his mouth right there, which kind of looks like the Ace of Wands. I kind of feel you need to take something and run with it. You have an idea, and it excites you, do it. Don't double think. Don't come up with all these reasons why something can't work. Especially, I feel if this is financial, you might have some sort of crazy idea, but it might just be so crazy that it works. So, I feel like you need to take something and run with it. And he has one wand as well. With the Page of Wands, you have the Four of Wands, marriage. Some of you could be meeting a fire sign that you marry in the future. Could be any sign, general reading. But really, by the way, the Four of Wands is a card of freedom. And the Page of Wands wants to be free. He wants to be free to explore, to have new experiences, to do things that excite him. And I feel you need to do that. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Justice card. You have the Page of Cups. Could be love. And again, I would follow the rules of justice if you are entering into a love situation. I would make sure that if you're giving to a situation, that you're also getting from a situation, that you are, that there's equal give and take. So, make sure to do that. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. I'm using a mega deck, and you have this card, the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, of course, is material success on the horizon. So any work that you've been doing or will be doing, I feel it's going to be worth it. Eight of Pentacles is a really, really good card of like a payout or money coming in for you. What do you know? You have the Three of Pentacles here. So I feel for a lot of you, number one, teamwork is going to be important for you. I also feel, again, with the moon, it's like you're on this path. You might be thinking that you're alone, but I think when you start this new journey that could take you away from something where you thought there were going to be people, certain people in your life who went on this journey with you, it's like you might be doing something alone, but you're really not alone. I feel like when you're going to start the journey, you're going to meet like new people who can help you. This could be like in business and work. It could be your love life as well. But, I think people want to help you. Again, I would also make sure you're focusing on quality at this time. You have the Spirit of the River card. It says movement towards adventure. Page of Wands. We talked about this. Definitely, there's something here about adventure. I do think that we are in a time of adventure where more of us need to go on adventures, but there are going to be boundaries. There are going to be certain things, that we have to overcome to go on these adventures. But if we do, we'll, be successful. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely could be more money coming in for you. You have a lot of Pentacle cards here, so very interesting. This could be improvements in your finances. Queen of Pentacles is resourcefulness as well. Again, it is a time for resourcefulness. If there was ever a time if there was ever a really magical time, it would be right now. As in, if you want to do something, and maybe you think you can't, if you start looking for a way to do something that you think you can't do, now is a time where you could actually discover a way to do it. I'm telling you right now, there will be crazy stories. You will see people, in your own life who kind of end up falling. Maybe it looks like they're falling into things, right? But really, they're just taking advantage of the energy, maybe without knowing it. If you want to travel somewhere, maybe you want to travel somewhere, there's no way I can travel there. But if you start looking for an opportunity to travel somewhere, maybe you could find a job that will pay you to move the place you want to go to, right? It's but we have to look for these opportunities. They're not going to just magically appear. But I keep telling people that, again, I'm not trying to make it sound clickbaity or anything, but magical opportunities exist, but we have to go looking for them. You have these Six of Pentacles, and you also have this Drum card. Very interesting because, the Drum card, I'm getting knocking. I feel like you have to keep knocking on a door, of something that you want to accomplish. And the Six of Pentacles there would be about planting seeds in a direction to make something work. And I feel this is kind of saying you need to keep beating the drum. The more, especially if you're working on a project or a business here or something financial, the more you beat that drum, the more successful you will be. Again, this could also be yourself. You could be beating the drum of yourself. You could be, strengthening yourself, working on yourself, doing personal development, or, any way to make yourself stronger. And it's the more you do it, the louder it gets, the more people pay attention, the more abundance you're going to attract into your life. You're going to create that, win-win-win, positive snowball type of thing. So love it. Definitely very good. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.